The first part of Meghan and Harry's documentary was released last week. Now, unlike many others out there, I do like them together and I do like their individual personalities. Meghan actually was a great fit for the royal family with regards to the charitable aspect of their lives. She had already been doing charity work prior to meeting Harry. She dived right in and was ready to work. She was open to the attention at first at least, but ultimately it got the best of her. And Harry, simply doing what a protective husband would do, decided that he would step down as a senior royal. I want to say that there really wasn't anything in the documentary that I didn't already know. There weren't any bombshells other than the fact that the institution advised her not to invite her niece Ashley to the wedding. I will touch more on that in a separate video, as I want to just give a general critique of the documentary itself. Now, I thought that the documentary was only going to feature them, but we also saw a few of Meghan's friends make appearances, most notably Lindsay Roth and very briefly Serena Williams. It seems that the rumors were true about Jessica Mulroney and Meghan falling out, as she did not make an appearance, though pictures were shown at certain points of she and Meghan together. There was also a FaceTime call that was shown of her and Meghan talking to each other prior to Harry's proposal. Doria, Meghan's mom, made an appearance, and that was good to see. Doria had always been very quiet, and the media never ever heard from her. It was good to see her now disclose the fact that the media had been contacting her as well and offering her money for stories. She chose not to accept any offers from them, unlike Meghan's dad, Thomas. We also saw Harry's friend Nacho Figueras offer supporting statements on his experience with Harry and Meghan in the beginning of their relationship. Prince Siso of Lesotho spoke about their brotherly relationship and Harry's time in Lesotho, and them developing a bond after sharing the unique experience of losing their mothers. He said that South Africa became Harry's second home. It was said that the people there helped to raise Harry during the time he spent there doing environmental work. We also saw Harry's childhood friend and former Eton College classmate Nikki Scott offer a discussion surrounding Harry and his relationship with Meghan. The documentary was kind of split, as some parts touched briefly on other topics that were general towards the UK or the royal family, one of those being the royal family's origins with racism, the Commonwealth nations, and being black in England. The documentary went as far as to suggest that Brexit contributed to the racist campaign against Meghan. These more general or background informational parts of the documentary could have worked well in another documentary where the focus is about Britain and their history with race or prejudice. I didn't think that they fit well, as the general impression was that the documentary was going to solely feature Meghan and Harry and their personal stories. Now, was this documentary worth $100 million? By far, no. And I don't believe that this Netflix deal was worth $100 million. Now, it was Netflix's largest documentary debut. Netflix said that at least 28 million households watched at least part of the series. There's just no way that they were paid in advance that high to tell their perspectives and share a few private photos or footage here and there. I believe it was Us Weekly and Deadline who reported this exclusive, saying that this deal was worth $100 million. With this documentary, Meghan and Harry wanted to give people a sense of who they really are, and I think they managed to accomplish that. Meghan's fun and personable character shined through, and Prince Harry's strength and protective nature was also apparent. I love how they included Diana briefly and spoke on her experience with the media. I hadn't ever seen that footage of her trying to protect the children while they were on a winter vacation. We also saw baby Archie looking at a photo of Diana with Meghan telling him that it was his grandmother. That was very touching to see. It was interesting to see Harry and Meghan discuss their early beginnings together and see evidence in the form of their early texts, a few private photos, and cell phone footage. But the core of what people were hoping to hear wasn't really discussed. For instance, they mentioned in the Oprah interview about the royal family member who questioned Archie's skin color, but there was no mention of that in this documentary. How do you drop a major bombshell like that and not speak on that in your own documentary, which is supposed to be discussing the main issues you've had with the institution itself? And I get the blame of the media. Other media outside of Britain did expose the various news article headlines that favored Catherine and put Meghan in a negative light. The media really did play a huge role in their stepping down, but it seems that there were family issues as well. But this is the part that seems to have been left out of the documentary. I definitely don't think that it was just a negative media portrayal issue. I think that it was more so a family issue. Honestly, I don't believe that Harry would have stepped away from duty if he had more public support from his immediate family members. A new trailer was released yesterday, and in it, Prince Harry says that the institution was willing to lie and protect his brother, but they didn't do the same for him. So this does seem to be in line with the idea that a rift developed between the two brothers. Harry probably wanted his dad, brother, and the Queen to publicly speak out on behalf of him and what he and his wife were facing, and perhaps he felt they weren't as supportive as he needed them to be. So folks and friends, that's it for Royal Scoop's 2 cents about the first part of Meghan and Harry's documentary. Let's see if part 2 focuses on the family and the institutional issues that he faced. If you watched part 1 of the documentary, be sure to discuss your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching the Royal Scoop channel. See you next time.